What's up guys, the Bobcat here and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of FrostPunk. Now, I have been watching this game for a while actually. At first I wasn't interested in it, but then I watched some videos on it and I became very interested in it. So I decided to play it. I'm just going to do this for a little bit. There we go. Now it has been a while since I recorded, I apologise, but it is exam season for university, so I've been a little preoccupied, shall we say. So, let us begin. I haven't played the game before, so I'm going purely off knowledge that I've learned from watching videos. So let's see what happens. I'm also hoping the frame rate improves, because I'm currently at 30. If not, I'll have to mess around in the settings some more. We'll see how it goes. Let's do a new home. There are 4 sources of coal mines, coal thumpers, charcoal kilns, and outpost depots. Depots? Depots. I think it's depots? Anyway, ignoring people's needs will cause discontent. Indeed. I guess I didn't mention what this game was. The game's a city manager, post-apocalyptic-esque game. You'll see when we get in there. But the whole world was frozen over, and the year is supposed to be what? 1890 or something? So, Industrial Revolution-esque. I think that's when the Industrial Revolution was. Oh. Here we go. This should tell us.
No horizon in sight. The rulers of old, stripped of pride and glory. It feels as yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress. Until the frost stopped it all. Suddenly, without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow. And with it, our last traces of humanity. We bid farewell to plenty, and for those who remained came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope that pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step. We knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
First time I've seen that. So, a new home. We fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. On the way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of this generator. The generators are what we're using to live, basically. Only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of our people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now that the world we know. Wait a second. The worst now that the world, as we know it, has crumbled. Don't know why it took me so long. We have to survive. So here we go. We're in this frozen basin, and here's our generator, and we're at 30 FPS, which is not so good. I might have to fiddle around with some graphics options. We're getting up there a bit. Fight the cold. Yep, I've got tutorials turned on at the moment. I might turn them off at some point. Yeah, 30 FPS isn't brilliant, but it's not the worst. So, can we pause? Okay, spacebar does pause. And we have people. can see them down here. How many do we have? Oh, there we go. We have 65 people. 65 who can actually work. So, let's find some coal. Game's very quiet for me as well. I might turn down the music a little bit and then let's just see. Settings, audio, music. I'll turn that down a smidge. I want to be able to hear the stuff I click on, as weird as it sounds. Okay, so we have 80 people homeless. Not so good. Wooden crates. Wooden crates. Steel wreckage. Coal pile. Okay, coal there. Can we rotate the camera? We can. Just getting used to everything. Okay, so... We'll go for these wooden crates. And... we'll have workers getting them. The camera movement's a little slow, actually. It's very sluggish. It might be the frame rate that's causing the problem for that. And we'll get the people going after that coal as well. We'll need to keep behind some people so we can start constructing some tents. They're not brilliant, but we're not exactly in a situation to complain about lodgings, are we? So let's build some of these. I don't know how many tents can hold. In fact, I should probably look at that. 10. So we'll need 8 of these, not 80 of them. 3, 4. Oh, we're out of wood. Okay then. Well, hang on a second. Okay, those keys do work. Excellent. Well, good news is our people who aren't working should fix them. And you know what? Whilst we're here, let's build some streets. Now this isn't exactly necessary, but I think it helps it for people travelling. If we were to build a road, say out here. Ooh, what's this? What's can we use? Yeah, I can use Q and E for that. Okay, is that a mine? Whoops. It is. Okay. Gotta keep an eye out for some of those because we'll be able to build outposts later and other such wonderful stuff. Yeah, the game feels very sluggish. Might have to fiddle around with the frame rate. It's weird why the frame rate is so terrible. Well, let's see. So that's coal, that's wood, steel, and steam cores. Oh yeah, we're gonna also want to get a food hut, aren't we? Or hothouse, or a cookhouse even. Book of Laws. Should probably get this going, shouldn't we? Oh, here we go. Food. Does this unlock anything? Available in the cookhouse. Well, we want food for a start, I think. Radical treatment and sustained life, we can leave that for later. We'll leave that for later as well. Now here's something interesting. Now, most of the other people I watch, we have a choice between, well, when it comes to child labour, we can have them doing safe jobs, which is hauling, I think, mostly. Oh, it says there, allow children to be employed at places like the cookhouse and hothouse, as well as hauling stuff, basically, which will lead to all jobs. But I want to see what happens if we go child shelters. Now, this seems like a bit of a silly option, because we could put children to work, and then we could put them to work even more, but I want to see what this is, because most people I've seen choose child labour, or safe laws I should say, so I want to try child shelters. However, before we do that, oops, I should get this going as quickly as possible, so we're not having to worry, but we've got food additives and soup. Now, food additives, well, we had sawdust in the meal. It's not great, but it does. It gives us sawdust meals. Hope will fall, discontent will rise, and some people will fall ill. Or we can go soup, that does the same stuff basically. I'm gonna go soup because I would rather my people get more discontent than become ill. Because if they fall ill, that means we're gonna have to build medical stations and the like. And we're currently already suffering from a lack of wood. No thanks to my foolishness in building so many houses so quickly. So let's get some soup. Also, I think soup goes there, but I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, soup it is. It's not great, but you know what? We don't exactly have much options. So we'll get the 200 coal first, and then we'll start the generator going. We do have a temperature drop coming up very soon, which is going to drop the temperature down to 40. Okay, that's livable. That's chilly. It's a stockpile though. I'm not exactly sure about the levels, because I know these are what? Okay, it's got 1 insulation. Can we check insulation here? Oh, we can build a cookhouse now, excellent. We'll want the hunter's hut as well. Yeah, heating level 1, heating level 1. Okay then, so let's get the cookhouse. We'll pop it just there, I think. Definitely want to get that going as soon as possible, because I want to turn this raw food into food rations. We're out of wood still, aren't we? Yeah. Because then we're going to want to... I want to get a workshop up as soon as possible. But I also want to get a hunter's hut going, so we can actually make sure we're somewhat sustainable. And we'll speed up time as well. Okay, coal's going up, which is good. Yeah, it's fine. I'd like to build a pathway out there. Okay. We're going to put you onto soup, and we're going to put some workers in there. Got plenty of workers, actually. Let's get them hauling. Wood crates. That's pretty close. Oh, we can get some steel. 6 per hour. Let's get that being hauled, shall we? We'll keep the engineers. I think the engineers are more useful for other things. We could also do with making sure we... Okay, let's get the hunters up. That was a sentence. Could build it here if you wanted to. What's the insulation like on it? Level 2. Okay, so we can build that further out without having to worry. Yeah, as we can see, we can actually build it out here if we wanted to. Which way do we want to grow? Okay, so that's a... Is it a depot location? Okay, so that's where we can harvest wood later on, and I think that's a depot location. Yeah, as you can see from the towers. Oh, we've actually got some very interesting locations. We've got another forest one there, we've got steel plants. We'll need to build stuff there. More coal. Oops. Another depot outpost even, not depot. You know what, let's build this hut further out. And while we're at it, let's get some streets. Make it look a bit nicer. And we'll drag that round. Cost wood to do that, which might not be the most sensible thing considering our current circumstances, but I think it'll be fine. See our people moving. Still got 50 homeless people. Oh.
Finish your labors, people.
Okay, that's it for the evening then. Okay, what's this? Ah, okay then. So we have 2 days to provide shelter for 25 people, or 2 days for everyone. We could probably do 50. How much is the tents? I think they're only like 10 wood, aren't they? 2 days to provide shelter for 50 people? Sure, we can do that. It's a little bit risky. Yeah, it's only 10 wood, and we could do 2 of them now, if we really wanted to. In fact, I probably should. Don't think there's anything that requires wood. We'll wait to see what the hunters require before we start with that. Okay, this is only workers. Good to know. In that case, we'll take you off there, put the engineers there. Maybe not all the engineers, because I don't know how many engineers we'll need. We'll send them out. Hopefully they won't die. Excellent. I'll be fine as it is. Cool. And we'll speed through till the morning. What's this? Wisdom of the crowd. Okay, that's just saying we don't need to say yes to every demand. Oh, what's this? Okay. Well, I guess we're turning on the generator. So, on we go. We'll watch the generator fire up in a second. As soon as I unpause. God, that's loud. Whoosh. See all the snow melting? It looks wonderful. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something about the frame rate. It drops even more. I might turn down the snow effects. Consumption. Well, it's costing 6 per hour. We should be fine. Everyone's more than comfortable where they are. Though the generator has been very loud. It's been quite bassy. I don't like it. I'll just turn that down a little bit if I can. Is it FX or is it ambient? We'll turn down ambient as well. Audio balancing on the fly. Perfect. Temperature. Yeah, cool, whatever. We'll leave that alone. Let's get some houses built then, shall we? Yes, we're out of wood. Nothing we can do about that. Speed through till tomorrow. Some people will get some houses. Coal's going down. Illness and healthcare up. Someone's got ill. Damn it. I was hoping to avoid that. Oh, we'll have to wait till everyone restarts in the morning. And we'll get a medical hut built. New laws. Well, what do we want? At the moment we'll be fine without this, I think. No one's gravely ill. So we'll be fine without that, I think. Emergency shift isn't necessary. Fighting arena. That's good, because it gives us less discontent, the public house. I'm going to do child shelters, though. Because I want to see what happens if we can get apprentice engineers and apprentice medics. Maybe we can put them to work in the workshop and the healthcare station. So child shelters, because I want to see what happens if we go down that path.
Listen, everyone.
Big boost to health,
War is signed.
which is nice. Everyone should start working again in a little bit. Yep, I think everyone's back out to work. Can we... We can't build roads because we're out of wood, but... As long as we get some in, we'll be fine.
Shift starts.
I'm actually going to turn this off. Just so we can save on wood. Or fuel even, not wood. What's this? Okay, we're out of raw food now, which is not so good because we made lots of soup, but we'll live. Child shelters. Okay, that's what we want. 5 steel. Bit pricey. We also need a medical post. Insulation 1, so we'll have to build that on the inner ring. So how much wood do we need in that case? 25, 45, like what, 85 wood? Yeah, about 85 wood is what we need. Well, in that case, let's get this started, shall we? Let's finish off the tents. Yeah, that'll be fine. And we'll get the medical post up as well. What temperature is the medical post? 1. That's not so good then. Because... Ooh. Build a beacon. Okay then, cool. Get a beacon, we can start travelling out, which is something we're going to want to do quite soon if I'm not mistaken. I've seen good things happen from them. Yeah, we will also need to get a medical post. Can build it there. Regardless of what we do, it's going to be on the outer ring, which isn't great. Sadly, but whatever. Yeah, we'll build it. Build it next to the gatherer's hut, sure, and behind the hothouse. Is it the hothouse? Or is it just a kitchen? It's just a cookhouse. That's fine. We're just saving on coal. We'll turn it on again once the night falls. That wood pile's nearly gone. What about the child shelter? Child shelter is level 2, which is much nicer. And you know what, we'll put this slightly further round. We'll put it like here. Sure, try and spread out a little bit. I'm not sure if... Is that engineers who are required to build this? I'm not sure. Okay.
Night is coming.
Night's coming.
Down.
Generator on. Hope this goes up because we filled the promise. Playing on speed 2. We'll take the engineers off there, put those guys on there instead. We'll get some engineers to gather up some steel instead. Keep saving some engineers. Let's have a look at this actually. Okay, steam cores, very nice. Certain buildings can only employ engineers, others can only employ workers. Okay. Hey! Children inside are safe. People can work without having to worry about the children. Excellent. That'll fix itself out soon enough. Oh, I forgot we need people here. Engineers. This is still livable, which is good, but very soon we're going to have another temperature drop, which is not so good. And in fact, you guys don't need to work there anymore. We'll keep like one person working there, and that's about it. Yeah, people are getting treated. In fact, I think we can see them in here actually. There they are. Take about a day. 2 children and a worker. Oh, that's not very good. Well, good news is the children shouldn't suffer anymore. But yeah, we do need to get a workshop. Level 2, excellent, we can build that on the second ring. In fact, it's night time, so we can technically build it now. What else do we need? Oh, just need the workshop. Yeah, we'll get that up then. I will admit, I'm not the best at deciding on where to put this stuff. I haven't really thought about this in the long run. So I guess I'll just put it here. I don't see no reason not to. We're out of steel. Small problem. We'll get some more. In fact, we have spare workers now, so they can get out and do that once the time comes. The wood is a problem. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Because what, we get 6 an hour? And how many hours do we work? Well, it says there we work 10 hours. That's 10 hours, right? Or is it 12? No, I think it's 12 hours we work. So we should get about 60 some wood. 60... 72 wood, I think. If my math is correct, which I hope it is. Sometimes I wonder if there's a purpose to our struggle. What our purpose to our struggle is. At least we're alive. Not everyone's so lucky. Indeed. It's getting built now. We'll speed this along. Everyone will get back to work in a second. There we go. Can get people working now. Okay. What do we want? Well, the beacon is a good start. Faster gathering. We don't need that. Hunter gear. Cost 10 wood to research. And they'll bring us more food. I wouldn't mind getting the heaters. Let's get the heaters going, because very soon we're going to hit the temperature drop, so these buildings on level 2 are going to suffer, especially the medical post. So having that be better, or keeping it hot would be good. There's a law as well. What do we want then? Okay, so what's this? Children can help at medical facilities, raising their efficiency. I'll speed up research. I think we know which one we want, don't we? I mean, medical's nice, but faster research. That sounds good. I'm thinking faster research. Because every time we build a new workstation, it doesn't go up that much. Because at the moment we're at 100% efficiency. I think if we build a second workshop, it only goes up to 130. In fact, there's a way we can check if we go back onto the research screen, I think. Let's just do that for a second. Nope, not that one. What does it say? I'm sure it says somewhere. I'm not sure. Maybe it says under here? Well, once we get enough wood to build it again, obviously, and steel. You can get a better look at that. But yeah, I'll just grab that one now. Get it going. Engineers. Speed up research. Yes. Faster research sounds wonderful.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
What does that do for us? I'm not exactly sure. Or how much it raises it, I should say. I'm not sure about. Can we look in here? Is it staying here? Still 100%. Doesn't specify at the moment. I guess that's fine. Maybe some time needs to pass. But yeah, we've only got a couple hours before the temperature drops to level 2. Which is not good. And we ought to... What we're going to do next? We will need to get the beacon. And the beacon requires what? Wood. But we need wood and steel for it, so... Oh. Okay, what's this then? Can't bear husband's hot... Okay, so let's go out and look for survivors. We'll be doing that soon enough. A thank you note. We just want to thank you back in London. It was only the wealthy that didn't have to send their kids to work. Excellent. So people are happier with us. And we're not got that much discontent either, even though we're living off soup. When is that temperature drop going to... Can't tell the time difference on that. Probably it's... Oh, heaters, excellent. Beacon. Yes, let's get that going. Heaters will be good because we can then... where is it? There it is. I think there's a screen actually we can do for that. Oh, I didn't know we could look from here. Oh, that's nice. Huh. That's cool. I'm pretty sure there was a screen anyway you could use to look at which ones had heaters and such. In fact, let's just do this for a second. Does it say? No, I'm sure there's a screen that tells us about... research. Never mind. So we're not doing too bad. Our food is a little worrying. Where is it? I really want to know where this research is. I've seen it somewhere. Or whatever. We'll find it eventually. Do we have any spare workers? We do not. Doesn't say how good your... Oh, there it is. Okay, that's giving us an extra 20%. It's pretty good, actually. Knew it was somewhere. That's not the exact one I'm looking for, but it tells us how much the bonus is, so I can't exactly look down on that. We've got an hour left of work before... Oh, core pile depleted. Not so good. That's wood, steel, that's coal. There's coal there as well. More coal up there. I might want to build a gatherer's hut up there. Or perhaps a gatherer's hut down here would be better. After all, there's a lot of stuff there. Can I build a gatherer's hut? I can. Building it there would be pretty useful, actually. And later on we could build a coal thumper. Actually, that's not in the way, is it? It is, somewhat. Not entirely. We could build around that. Let's get a road going up there then. My only concern is messing up the placement. That should be good enough. Because I don't want to accidentally delete a resource pile. And that'll get us wood and steel. Not perfect, but it'll do for now. Have the rest of them go up there and grab more coal. Oh, and we're at 30 minutes as well, so I have to end this part here. So hope you all have enjoyed. I'm enjoying the game. I'm going to have to mess around with the graphics a bit more. But I will see you all next time.